Bro, it's been a minute. Look at you. Dude, we haven't come into a podcast this hot in so long.
Yeah, we're coming in so hot right now.
Dude, it's crazy. What I was just thinking about is how crazy it is to change when you change your physiology. Like before, you walked in, I was kind of tired from the day. You were kind of tired.
I had an hour and a half drive.
Had an hour and a half drive. And then we were like, dude, let's play one song and let's bust it out and let's play it as loud as we can and let's get fired up.
We'll play it at the beginning of this podcast, but the song I picked was I'm Blue, Da Ba Dee Da Ba Da.
Yeah.
It was unreal.
And we jumped, we danced,
it was
and we
sick.
fucking got so fired up.
Yeah.
And we came in and look at how hot you are right now.
Yeah, I'm on
You're like
fire.
a spicy jalapeno pepper, man. Look at that.
Firing on all cylinders.
You're wearing the beanie, but you decided to go with the over-the-top glasses on top of the beanie, not underneath.
Yeah.
The full skull cap.
I'll probably shed some layers later on in the show.
With the UPS jacket on. Bro, it's one of the best looks I've ever seen you have. Seriously, it's unbelievable. You've come in here before with some absolutely ridiculous outfits, and every one of them one-ups the next. It's pretty immaculate. What do you have to say?
Bro, we're coming into this podcast so hot right now.
So I turned down the AC.
Yeah, good.
It's at
I'm
40.
burning. I'm
Right?
starting to sweat, and I just shaved. If people don't notice, I shaved my legs, I shaved my arms, I shaved it all.
You went down to the bone on the legs?
I went down to the bone.
What's the reason for that?
It was I had a really good new shaver, new like Gillette shaver, and I was getting the goods. I was getting the pubes, the balls going.
Yeah.
And it was flowing so well, and I got it done so quick.
With the razor?
And I had nothing to do.
Just a straight razor or one of the electric ones?
No, an electric one that was just dynamite.
You went straight on the balls with the electric one? Did that not scare you?
No, this thing was perfect. This
Really?
thing, you could take it anywhere. That's what I'm saying. That's why I was like, whoop, did a streak down my leg.
Straight up stripe.
Did another one.
Just one straight stripe
yeah,
down the leg?
next time I have long hair, I'll make stripes. I used to do it when I was like, I don't know, 20. It's sick.
You used to make stripes on your legs
Uh-huh.
with your hair.
Yeah, it looks
Like a little
sick.
tiger?
Oh, yeah.
You're one fucking crazy dude.
Yeah, so yesterday was my birthday, everyone.
Yeah, shouts out. Happy birthday, Conrad.
Yeah.
For the people that didn't say happy birthday, I would love if you guys sent him a message right now.
Yeah, send him some love.
Send him some love. He's
Subscribe
got 98
to the
texts.
podcast.
Subscribe to the podcast. Conrad's got 98 texts on his phone right now that he hasn't replied to. So he's
yeah,
going to
I
take
was
the
just
whole day
living my
tomorrow.
birthday. Yeah, I was just living it.
Yeah, he was just totally present.
I went huge Saturday night with the boys, cruising, and then Sunday I went and saw Skid Row for the first time, and that was wild.
So let's pause there. So for your birthday, you woke up and you've been doing the homeless walks.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried to text you, but you didn't text me back. And so then you hit me up and said you were going down to Skid Row. The infamous Skid Row.
Skid Row.
The middle of downtown.
Uh-huh.
Arguably the most gnarly homeless area in the country.
Mm-hmm.
It's up there for sure, if not the most,
Yeah.
right?
And this is the worst homeless problem it's been in years. I got a text from Brandon's mom, from Pam, saying you gotta get on it, help these homeless.
And you decided to do this. Why?
I've been wanting to go for a while, and then I was like, oh, it's my birthday this month. I like making my birthdays memorable, so I was like, I'll wait Skid Row, maybe I'll do it on my birthday. And then it just worked out. I didn't really have much going on my birthday. I was like, I'm gonna go to Skid Row, crush it.
Yeah.
And it was insane.
Okay, so slowly run us through it.
The craziest thing.
Graphically, because it's an audio podcast, so the people can hear and can know.
So I'll give you some graphics here. It was pretty graphic from just the stories I heard there. But basically, I started out. It's an hour drive from Malibu, which is crazy because you go from just this beautiful oasis Malibu to literally the most scary, poverty-stricken, gnarly place ever. It was 10 times gnarlier than Venice. 10 times gnarlier than
really?
homeless. Yeah.
Like looks wise.
Just the vibe.
So take me through while you're driving in. What do you see?
So I'm driving.
Does it go like nice city to like a little bit worse, or is it like decent to terrible, or is it for a long ways it's terrible?
It's like, there's like Bestia and Arts District and Fashion District, and all of a sudden there's a couple sort of like warehouse type streets of nothing really, and then like 2 streets after that it's like boom, San Pedro Street is just the heart of it. and then probably like a couple blocks around that, like
And
6th,
what are you
7th
seeing
Street.
while you're driving through?
So I'm driving in, just seeing just layers and layers of tents, just tents on tents on tents. Some of the streets you pretty much probably can't drive through them. I mean, you can, but it's pretty like, and there's glass and it's crazy and it's wild and people just chilling in the streets. Like some people just be sleeping in the street, like in the street. And that's
like in the middle of the street.
Yeah. And that's the crazy thing is the night before I went out Soho all night and we were dropping off Brody at his house and we're driving up his canyon and we see this dude lying on the street in Malibu in the middle of the road. And it was the craziest things. We're like, oh, this guy would have got hit. So we pulled over. I called 911. He woke up. He was all like delirious. We saved him. So then that was the precursor to boom. My birthday.
You don't see that a lot in Malibu.
Skid Row, the heart of it. So I'll give you my story. So I'm driving into Skid Row. I'm seeing all these tents, crazy place, and some people are already like jeering at me. Like one dude chased me while I was driving in the car. Because I made eye contact. And he's like, yeah, come here. And he starts chasing me. I'm like, I'm good. And he starts chasing me. So I'm like, I got to park on a side street. So I go down this street, and I don't think anyone's really looking at me. So I'm like, I'm trying to park pretty quick. And I park, and then right as I get out of the door, there's this huge black dude, gnarly guy, looks pretty gangster. He's like right there. Boom, boom. First thing he says, like, yo, Xanax, you want some Xanax? I'm like, no, he was saying Xanax, and I was like, I don't got any. And he's like, no, you want the Xanax. What do you want?
This is right after you park your car.
Right? I'm like, just getting out of the car. And so I'm pretty, like, taken aback, right? I'm like, well, boom. And I'm like, no, I'm probably good. And then he's like, you want some white China? You want some white China? Which I find out later, that's heroin,
right.
white China heroin. I didn't know that. He's like, you want some crystal? What do you want? Like, all this stuff. Because I guess for sure, he later told me, like, white dudes around there are always just looking for drugs. Like, if a white dude shows up, he wants drugs. And so that's why I got offered probably 3 or 4 times while I was on Skid Row for drugs, like real aggressively. It came up right in my face, like, come on, what do you want?
Wait, slow down. So the guy comes up to you and says, do you want Xanax? And you said, no, I'm good. Or no, he thought that he meant, do you have Xanax? And you're like, no, I don't have any. And then he was like, no, do you want some?
Yeah.
And you go, no.
Yeah.
And then he walks away?
No. Then he kept talking, like, which drug you want? You want crystal? You want white China? What do you want? This, that, boom, boom.
And when you said no?
And I kept saying no, but he seemed like, he was chatting cool. So I kept talking. He's like, well, what are you doing out here? I was like, well, I'm just kind of wanted to come out, see what Skid Row was like, hear some stories, the whole lot. And he's like, oh, well, you don't want to come here. I'm like, okay. I was like, well, if you'd be in, maybe I could get a couple clips of you. I'll give you like $5. He's like, okay, you can pay me $10. Good. We good. I'm like, all right. Next thing I know, this guy's opening my door, jumps in the car.
In your car?
Jumps in the car in the passenger seat. And I'm like, whoa, let's just film it here. He's like, no, get in the car. Get in the fucking car. I'm like, well, what do you mean?
And
and
you weren't like, dude, no, I'm going to, let's just do this here.
I was sort of freaking. I was like, bro, no, like, let's just stay. And he's like, no, you get in the car. And now these people, because all his boys were all like kind of looking. He's like, get in the car. Just get in the car. I'm like, okay. And I'm so scared. I think I'm about to get stabbed.
Fuck yeah.
I was so scared. So my heart's pounding out my chest. I get in the car, and he's like sort of being cool, but he's like, we ain't doing this in front of these people. We're getting out of here. We're getting out of here. But he's talking so fast, I'm scared. I'm like, he's probably getting nervous too because he's about to stab me. And so we start driving off, and I'm like almost shaking. I'm thinking he's about to stab me. He's like, you're going to pull over right over there in front of that mark. So we were driving. And I remember there was this light, and I thought he was going to stab me at the light. I was like, for sure, this is about to go down.
So you're in the car with him, and you're driving, and he just points, and he goes, go there.
Yeah, just full hood dog.
And you were like,
gnarliest dude.
And you were like, yeah, sure.
Yeah. Oh, man, it was so scary.
You didn't think of calling the cops or anything?
No, I don't know.
At that point, you're kind of like,
by the time they get there, then it's going to be a scene. Yeah.
He sees me call, yeah.
Because he was watching everything I do. He's like, all right, I'm going to stay in the car. Now you go buy the beers.
Wait. So he points you to go where? Where do you point at?
He's like, there's this nasty little convenience store, like full ghetto.
And he was like, go in the convenience store.
Yeah. And I'm thinking like.
He told you to go in the convenience store for him?
Yeah, like, you're not coming? He's like, no, like I'm staying here. You go get me this beer. It was really hard to remember. It was like a pineapple blue stealer, something weird, like a Four Loko type thing. So I get him that. He has me get me a beer too. He's like, you get yourself a beer too. You buy yourself a beer. I'm like, okay. So then I come out, and he's like, now we're going to drive down over there. I'm gonna tell you about Skid Row. I'm like, okay, sounds good.
Holy fuck.
Yeah. And then he ended up, being pretty cool. Even
So
though I
wait,
was
so you
scared
drive
shitless.
to the end of the block, and what happens? You pause the car, stop the
Then
car,
we
and what?
parked by this like fish mart thing. There's this nasty little fish mart thing. I pull in there, and I'm thinking like this place is gangster. I'm thinking he's getting one of his boys because he kept telling me to roll my window down and then roll it back up. And I just listened to this dude because he was so
Wait, he
scared.
told
He
you.
kept
What do
telling
you
me,
say that again?
he's
Told
like,
you to.
boy, you're lucky you ran into me because any other one of those guys, they would have robbed you right now. They would have left you in pretty bad shape, if at all in any shape.
Why was he telling you to roll down the window?
I don't know.
He was saying roll down the window and
Yeah,
keep
while
driving?
we're sitting there. No, yeah, while we're sitting there, he's like, roll down the window. I'm like, okay. Like, thinking he just wants some air because he had his roll down. Like, and then he'd like have him rolled up and then he'd roll him down.
Like he would say roll him down, and then he would say roll him up.
Yeah, it was weird. And then
It's probably a signal. It's probably a signal to like the people that are watching that like it's okay.
a lot of people
nothing.
looked at me because I
Fuck
went
yeah.
into the fish mart and like there was a couple like seemed like normal type people in there and they were looking at me and like, whoa.
They're like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
The fuck are you doing here?
Yeah.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
then he started telling me stories. I was like, yeah, can I film this? He's like, no, you ain't filming nothing. I'm like, okay, no worries. At this point, I don't even care. I'm just like, I just can't wait for this guy to leave, And then
Tell me the stories he told you.
because I started hinting. I'm like, yo, I think my mom. I gotta bring back this car to my mom, and I gotta head back west side. I think I told him I live in Santa Monica or something. And oh yeah, the heaviest story.
But what? So tell me
tell me
a couple of the stories that he told you.
Yeah, he's like, you're
What
lucky
did
you
you ask
ran
him?
into a good Christian man. I'm out here. I deal and stuff, but I got a good heart. I'm doing the thing. So then,
How bad did he look? Like rough shape or like normalized?
He looked pretty gnarly. He's like, drug of my choice, cocaine. I don't smoke crack anymore. I just do cocaine. That's what I like to do. And that was it. He was just drinking his beer, and then he started telling me stories. The heaviest story by far was he saw this girl chilling on Skid Row with all the tents. Probably I think he said she was like a prostitute or something because he said they're all pretty much prostitutes. So I saw this girl. This black dude comes up to her and he starts yelling at her like, yo, give me my money. Where's my money? And she's like, I'll get it. Just give me a few days. And then a few days later, he's chilling there again. And he sees her come up to her, starts spraying her, sprays her down. And he's like, I was thinking at the time, like, I'm like, oh, is that water? Is he just fucking with her? What's he doing? Sprays her down. And then he pulls out a lighter and lights her on fire. And
Seriously?
she just went up in flames.
This guy watched the person get lit on fire?
He watched it happen.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Dude, that's so heavy.
Yeah, so heavy.
I wonder if the girl like lived or like.
He said an ambulance ended up coming.
Bro, that is like straight out of a movie.
Yeah, an
Fucked
ambulance
up.
came yesterday. I don't know what it was for, but there was
Like while you were there?
firefighters, ambulance. Yeah, the boys are back. No, what I was saying is it's like the guy even told me, the crazy dude who I was captive with in the car. Nah, he was actually a nice guy and he didn't beat me up, so it's all good. But he was saying Skid Row is made up of the rejects of the hoods. So the people who didn't make it in the hoods because of something they did wrong or whatever, they kick them out, and if they come back, they'll kill them or something, and so they end up at Skid Row.
So it's like the worst. It's like the worst people from the hood that get in trouble for doing something fucking shitty or bad or messed up for their gang or whatever in the hood. Then they leave the hood and they go to an even worse place.
Yeah.
And they're like the worst, the lowest of the low, and they go to the fucking Skid Row.
Yeah.
Dude, that's so
exactly.
crazy.
Yeah, he said
So
something
that-
like, yeah, MS-18 doesn't want them, so they come here and this,
MS-13.
or whatever.
Dude,
yeah.
so like that collective of people has got to be like the most gnarly, crazy, heavy.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, and
that's
you could see it in
wild.
some of their faces where it was just like, there hasn't really been anyone around Venice or anywhere that I wasn't like terrified to approach. But in
Right.
Skid Row, there was a lot of people where I was just
Really?
like, I'd make eye contact and then I'd just keep walking. I ran a couple times because I saw him again. So I was with him for
I was
an
going to
hour.
say, when you left him and told him that your mom was here,
Yeah.
and
then
then
I
you
went and
saw
parked,
him?
I went and parked somewhere else.
How does
And
that
I was
work?
walking around Skid Row. The Skid Row's kind of big. And then all of a sudden I saw him from a distance and I just beelined it and was just running. I don't know if he saw me, but his boy saw me and his boy came up and was just like, yo, sorry about earlier. Like, but anything you need, just what do you need? What do you need? And
His boy said that to you?
yeah,
He said sorry about earlier? What do you mean?
I don't know what he meant.
Maybe he was one of the guys that asked you for drugs.
Well, he was there too when I first met. His name was Eric, but Eric was like, "Yo, this is me. And then that guy like walked off.
Oh, so when you got out of the car initially, it was 2 people there.
Well, Eric was talking to me, and then that dude came up and started kind of chiming in, and Eric told him to bounce, and then there was others like kind of standing.
So
watching.
you got to know for sure that when that dude started talking to you, another dude bounced. The other dude bounced, probably went back to his group of people and told them like, "Yo, that kid's here to talk to him," or something like that.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that there was eyes on you like the whole fucking time.
Yeah.
Which is crazy, man.
Yeah, it was insane.
I'm really happy and I'm really surprised that like nothing happened.
Yeah, made for a nice little memorable birthday event.
Yeah, and what's the thoughts about going back? Or
I'm going back if you're coming. I need a bodyguard for sure.
I don't know how badly I want to throw my life in the line with that.
It's so intense. Yeah. I don't know. I'll go back if we have something cool planned out, or
if we had something cool, and if we had like maybe media pass or like some kind of like person with us, like some shit like that to make it maybe even like a cameraman or something like that.
Yeah,
like
because
something that made it more legitimate, so it wasn't just one of us just like shit going down.
Yeah, when it comes to that, it's like I've been in some scary places on the walk where I'd have the camera rolling for my safety or for my memory.
Yeah,
if I did get killed, but also so that if they see that I'm filming, if I'm like, oh, here we are, then they'll be like, oh no, I can't stab him because it might get on camera and somehow.
You know what that makes me think of? It was while you were on the walk, and there was a couple times where I was like, dude, I can't believe that he's filming right now, where he's saying like, here we are with the guys who clearly don't want to be on the camera.
Yeah.
But that's an interesting thing that you're saying, because when you are doing that, it probably does make them like do a double take and be like, oh shit, like I'm getting filmed right now.
Yeah, it's like obviously they could break the phone, but it's just that little hint of fear that might in them, and then they're like, oh, let's not.
Have you ever done that where someone goes like, turn the fucking phone off, or like, don't fucking film me?
Yeah, on the walk it happened.
And what did they do?
They went in my phone and deleted the photos.
Oh yeah, that was a dude in the fucking mark.
Yeah, that was so gnarly.
That was heavy shit.
That was heavy.
He was like, are you taking pictures of me?
I was like, nope. He's like, let me see your phone. I was like, okay. And somehow they saved from Insta. I think I saved him or stupid. And then he went through and they were right there. And he's like, what's this? I was like, oh shit. And then I broke down. I was like, I'm so sorry. You're just so cool. You're like culture. I'm just from, LA. I'm a loser. Something like that. And he's like, you dumbass bitch, get the fuck out of here. Like, And then they got up and left after they were yelling at me. And then this lady came up to me and she was like, you should get out of here right now. I was like, okay.
How's your like fear response when you're in situations like that, or when you're in a situation where you are there? Like, do you feel like your body kind of go into fight or flight or like panic mode, or do you just like chill? Like, how do you feel it?
I feel fear for sure, but I think a lot of the time I just get into some weird, almost like calming sensation. Because the fear's there, the adrenaline's there. Part of me, which is weird, is like kind of likes it. I don't like it to a certain level. Like yesterday was a little too scary, but I like at certain level of
the excitement of it.
I love that rush.
Yeah. But that situation is a heavy one.
Yeah, yesterday was heavy.
Yeah.
The Hope Dogs, but it made it a good birthday. Birthdays. I'm selfish as it is, and then when my birthday comes along, I'm like extra selfish.
What do you mean selfish as it is?
I think selfish, like about me. I don't know if I'm that selfish, but
I don't think you're selfish.
Okay, well, whatever. But anyway, on my birthday, I get more selfish, and then I'm like,
yeah. So then you're like, I want to give back. I want to make it less about me.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, let's do it. Let's do something else today.
Bro, crazy shit.
Crazy day.
Crazy day.
There. Yeah.
Well, I'm happy that you made it through.
The boys are alive. The podcast goes on.
When was the last time that we talked? I want to recap some of the shit that I've done in the last 2 weeks.
Jeez, it's been a while.
We haven't done one of these in a week and a half.
You've been crushing hockey, doing crazy stuff.
I'm doing the workout programs. I actually got asked a couple days ago to coach kids, like train and coach kids full time at the place that I've been training at, like doing the stick videos and shit at. They asked me if I want to like be like a full-time trainer there. I don't know how much of an interest I have in like actually training people like one-on-one, like a personal trainer, But I fucking love working out. Like you see all the people coming over here and shit. Like I really enjoy like working out with people and putting people through workouts and having fun with that. So maybe if I could do it where I don't need to go like get certified and all that shit, like take time to fucking go to school, maybe I would do it then. But like the skill stuff, like so like say you're training for surfing and you're doing like workout programs outside of the water, you know? So it's like you're doing like strength training, like, you know, squatting and that kind of stuff in a gym. Most of the people will go to school for that, you know? But like there's another aspect of surfing that's like in the water where it's like, you know, doing shit in the water, learning how to like, you know, control your board, control your balance, that kind of stuff that like you can only do while you're in the water. That like a surfer could come and be really, really good in the water and have no formal education of like the strength part of it.
Mm-hmm.
And could still be a great trainer, great coach, you know, because they know like the ins and outs of being on a board and like all that kind of stuff. So that's the way that I feel about hockey, where it's like I have a background in training because I've done it for so long. Not a formal education though, but like the actual like in-game scenario stuff and like skill stuff, holding like with a stick, controlling a puck, like, you know, moves and stuff like that, dekes and stuff like that, I'm fucking really good at. So like that's the kind of stuff where like I'm like, dude, I'll put myself against anybody with doing that kind of shit. I don't need to train. I don't need strength training. I don't need a background for that. I've lived it. So that's the kind of stuff that like makes me, that I'm passionate about. And that's something that I can do there. It's like teach kids how to fucking hold a puck and like stick handle and like move around and make sick moves and that kind of shit. So that's what I might do. And that's what I've been like, that's what these videos are kind of like moving into. So I did that. Dope. And then the other thing I've been working on is like these programs of like workouts, that I'm doing with my buddy that is a strength coach. Because like I said, I don't have the background, but I am passionate about it. Like I love it. And I have a good understanding of what works and what doesn't because of the level that I trained at. I trained at like the best place in the world. It's called Exos. Literally. Yeah. It's literally like, you know, say you grew up surfing on fucking, what's the biggest Pipeline. Say you grew up surfing at Pipeline. And then you go out into like other places and like people are asking you how to surf, you know, like, you know it from doing it. Maybe you didn't like study it or anything, but you know, you've lived it, you've been there. So you understand it, you know, like the stuff that works, your intuition with it is really good. Yeah. You're like John Florence. Yeah. John Florence. So that's the way that I feel. And so just to make it more, make it more like, what is it called? Where you have like, where it's like legitimized. I partnered up with my buddy who actually has a formal background, and I was like, let's put this together. So I've been doing that, but the fucking like distribution of products like online, like selling whatever is fucking takes a long time to put together. Like a website, figuring out how you want to send it, all that kind of stuff, unless it's just like a one-time thing, but this is monthly. So I've just been like sitting on the fucking computer having to do that, which is a little bit tedious and boring. But I'm pumped for it, man. I'm really excited. Like, it's going to be cool. It's going to be legit. It's going to get some people that are some hockey players to feel really, really good about themselves, be able to train very hard and very smart. And then on the other end of it, the skill stuff is the stuff I'm working on now. So I've been doing that shit. That's where I've been. Haven't seen you in 2 weeks. Yeah, it's been a minute. But you know, what else was going on for the last 2 weeks there was something else that we were doing. Me and Sam went and saw that A Star Is Born. A Star Is Born. How was it? Dude, I cried like a motherfucker. You did? Yeah, it made me like it honestly put me into like a weird like down funk after it. Cause like really? Well, just spill the beans. Spoil it. And so turn it down if you haven't seen it and you want to see it. But like at the end of the movie, so it's about that Bradley Cooper, like a musician, huge country star, starts dating Lady Gaga, falls in love, whatever, gets married, and then they start like having a fallout. They kind of like split up a little bit, and then they like start to get back together. He goes to rehab because he's addicted to pills and he's an alcoholic. Yeah. And then he gets out of rehab and he wants to like, you know, change his life. And Lady Gaga's like manager comes up to him and says like you're terrible to be around her. We don't want you to be around her. Like, we both know that you're gonna fucking go back to those pills sooner or later. It's only a matter of time. So like, do yourself a favor and do her a favor and get the fuck away. And so he literally fucking hangs himself in the garage. It was literally like, I was fucking like, it was so heavy. I was like, dude, this is not the way I want this to end. Like, sick movie.
I'm out.
Right?
I'm out.
Dude, I know.
Oh, that's so sad.
Dude, it was fucking, I'm not even joking. Like, I fucking came home. First of all, I
put
cried.
me in a down funk for like a week.
I cried at the movie.
Thank you for telling me that. I was like
fuck
this.
that.
I was looking into it like this is probably the best movie ever. This looks like the greatest movie ever. And it
Completely
still
agree.
might be, but those kind of endings,
Dude,
those put me in a funk.
It put me in a fucking funk, man. It put me in like a fuck, man. That whole like suicide stuff just like makes me
Pills.
dude.
And pills, I feel like is one of the leading precursors to suicide. Like,
I would believe that.
from what I look into, it's always like alcohol and pills. It's like alcohol and pills. He was addicted to pills and had an alcohol problem. It seems like so many suicides that's like what they're talking about. So
Yeah.
Pills and alcohol. Pills are just so intense.
Dude, it's sad. It's sad shit. It fucked me up for a bit. I came home with Sam. I was like, man, you know, I know people that are really close to me that have dealt with that kind of stuff. I mean, I've dealt with it personally too. And like, just like, just getting lost in that kind of like part of your psyche where you feel trapped.
Yeah.
Just is, it's so, I'm super empathetic to it. So like any kind of stuff like that, if I'm not feeling, like if I were to go in a movie like that and watch it, well, I'm feeling like I am right now with you, where I'm feeling great, I could watch it and be like, I'm not going to let this bother me. But like, if I'm not feeling like 100% going into something like that, it can be like very wishy-washy for me. It can be like kind of heavy, you know?
That movie, Place Beyond the Pines.
No idea what it is.
Oh, it's Ryan Gosling.
Oh yeah.
Eva Mendes.
Yeah, Sam was talking about that today. The guy where he's tatted up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's such a beautiful movie, but it puts me in like a downward funk for like a month when I watch it.
Same kind of story.
I mean, similar. He's like, gets out of jail. He's gnarliest dude. He rides his motorcycle in the thing. Stuntman, carny. And then he goes back to this town. This is how the movie starts. And he sees the Eva Mendes and finds out like, oh, he got her pregnant a year before when he was doing the carnival, like chili cook-off. And then he wants to make it for the son. And she's got a guy now, Kofi. And then he freaking starts robbing banks, and then one goes bad, and he just dies out the window. He just kind of gets shot. He calls her like, yo, I don't think I'm going to make it.
Whoa.
And then it's super heavy. And that's only the first half of the movie. And then the second half is how his son grows up and, like, ends up meeting the cop who kills him, son. And
oh, shit.
Pretty gnarly, pretty crazy, but really... I mean, Gosling's character is just like breaks your heart. Sam wanted me to fucking. We were looking for like a couple's kind of costume. Oh.
She was like, "Yo, you should go as this tatted up dude." But Eva Mendes doesn't really have anything cool in that movie. So.
Oh, you guys should do it. I'll do it too.
I love
bleach
those
my hair.
Fucking tattoos.
Bleach the hair blonde and then just freaking get some tats. His tats look dope. Yeah.
Sick.
Sick as frick.
Love those patchy tattoos, man. Hard.
Oh man.
Bro.
Whew.
It's good to be back in the booth.
Good to be back.
Right?
Yeah.
2 weeks, 10 days, something like that.
The boys are back in town.
Yeah. The boys are back in fucking town.
And you know who else is coming to town? This giant caravan came up from Honduras and Guatemala.
Yeah, what is this? Tell me about this.
It's like 7,000 people deep and growing because you got to think.
What do you mean? Wait, there's a caravan of just 7,000 people coming
you got to
from
Google
Honduras?
this. Just Google caravan from Mexico. And once you start seeing the photos and the videos, you start to get an idea of like the police try and stop it even at like fences and borders, but it's 7,000 plus people. And it's like, are they just going to shoot them? What are they going to do? And so they're still going. It's just like a parade on a road. And I walked 1,000 miles.
How far is that?
They're about to walk 1,700 miles from the bottom of Mexico all the way to America. They're like, we're going to America.
No way.
And so it's
so
like,
what happens through every country?
Trump's already tweeting about it.
What's he saying?
I think he's like, the borders in Honduras and Guatemala should have been more strict on this. I might stop some of our aid to these countries. He's like,
what is the protocol for them when they reach America? Or every other country? Like, can they walk through all these countries?
I think they're just thinking, because I'm thinking they just made it to Mexico. So this band of 7,000 deep is from Honduras and Guatemala. So you got to think, this is all over the news. Once this thing goes through like Mexico City,
They
I'm
get a
thinking,
ton more.
I'm thinking this is going to be like 30,000 people. Because you got to think, in their
What?
heads, they're probably like, well, there's a lot of people in America who are sympathetic about, illegal immigrants. And if there's all this press on it, maybe once we get to the border all together, something good's going to happen. Like, this is a huge movement, basically.
Right.
I mean, this thing's already 7,000 deep, and they're about to walk
Dude, you gotta
1,700 more miles. That's 1,000 miles took me 2 months.
Yeah, that's 100 days at least.
Yeah, so we got to think in about April, I would guess they're gonna be getting up towards the California border.
And think
like,
about
I'm guessing 30K deep.
Yeah, I'm thinking like all the people that are sitting at home while they're like walking through and they're seeing this on TV.
Like, I want to change my life.
And they're like sitting there with their family and they're in this like, they're impoverished or like they're in a terrible situation and they're like, dude, like what if we all join this group? Like you're obviously stronger with more people.
Yeah.
Like we might honestly be able to get in.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go.
I think Trump tweeting about it is actually going to make it a bigger caravan. Like I think.
Oh, that has a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like
you just got to see the
do?
images. The images are crazy.
Let's look up some of these images.
Video, the images.
Bo, when you're editing this, fucking throw some of these images up.
This caravan is a beast. And it's so crazy because it's happening right now. So like right now in Mexico, it's getting evening. They're probably finishing up walking for it's like caravan through Mexico.
Honduras?
Yeah.
5 myths about it debunked. Why Mexico isn't stopping the caravan. Should I look at that?
Yeah.
Dude, over 7,000 people strong. So how are they going to like eat and all that stuff on the way? Where are they going to sleep?
I mean, you see some pictures look pretty brutal. Like they're crying, different things. I think people are helping them.
They're going to walk into McAllen, Texas.
Oh, really?
Oh, man.
So
if they
wild.
go to Tijuana or San Diego, that's double the distance.
Really?
Yeah, that's what it says.
Huh.
No one is capable of organizing this many people. That was the...
Yeah, so it's like, it's either they got to kill them or I think they're just going to keep going,
There's no way.
It's crazy. No one's really talking about this.
That is absolutely insane. Yeah, if you look at a map, like the tip of Texas, the lowest part of Texas is way closer.
Can you imagine like getting their shoes, like pour your whole life, and now this wave of like people you sort of know?
I would join.
You'd probably join.
I mean, think about like if your situation,
you've heard of this America is so bad, so beautiful.
If your situation is that bad, like obviously a lot of these people, their situation is that bad.
Yeah.
And if your situation is that bad and you're sitting there and you see this movement where it's all people that are like-minded, that are from the same areas as you, that have the same common goal, have the same common problems, and they're walking to somewhere that could be glorious, dude, I would fucking do it for sure.
Yeah, right?
You're going to tell me, think about it, just like me and you sitting here. If me, you, Chase, all of our, like James, all of them, we're all sitting here, terrible situation. Every day we're like, fuck, like this, hating our life.
Yeah.
And we look on,
and they're like, bro, we
hear
can
on
go
the
to
radio
Mars.
or we hear on the fucking like TV, like that. All of these people that are just like us are doing this. Families, all the like everybody walking together.
Everyone's going to Canada,
and there's a chance that you could get into somewhere and like that. They probably, because all these people have probably thought about going to America before.
But now there's a new
chance.
thing of like they can't stop us with this big a group.
Exactly.
And now it's like, oh,
I'm sure a
you're
lot
going,
of these, dude.
Let's go.
You got to think a lot of these people have like been in their house before, and with like 4 or 5 of them, been like, you think we could do it? Like just 4 or 5 of us, like. Maybe I know a guy, or like, oh, maybe we go in here. Like, I bet we could do it, just 4 or 5 of us. But then they're like, fuck. Like, there's no, like, that'd be so hard. Like, it's such a big thing. But then they see 7,000 people trying to do it too.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Let's go, man. Let's fucking, like, let's try and do this. All of us. We got nothing here to stay for.
I wonder who started it. Was it like
is that the reason, though,
like
that
church?
Is that the reason, though, that they're doing it? Is because of the fact that they don't like the living situation in Honduras? Or are they being pushed out by the government, or is there something else, or is it just that they wanted to get out?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to assume, but I'm guessing it's just life's brutal. Because I think Honduras is super dangerous. Guatemala is super dangerous.
They're
just
just saying like a lot of people are like concerned that there's a lot of terrorists among them. A
Really?
lot of people are saying that this is being used for political ends by Donald Trump.
What would
Caravan's
his
number.
position be? Oh, to like show that, oh, look, here's why we need the wall. That would make
But
sense.
there were at least 1,400 miles. I'm trying to see what it says.
I could see
what the
Trump's
reason
angle
is.
on it because he would be like, look how, good my idea is about the wall. If it weren't for that, there's a bunch of terrorists in this caravan.
This is a quote from.
That would make sense from his position.
This is a quote from Ireneo Mujica of the group the Pueblos San Fronteras. It is a shame that a president so powerful uses this caravan for political ends. So what could he be using it?
He's using it to say, look, this is why we need a wall. That's why he's using it. That's how he's using it.
Yeah, an immigrant rights activist traveling with the group accused Trump of using it to stir up his Republican fan base.
Yeah. Probably, I'd say that's
some
smart
have questioned
of
the
Trump.
timing so close to the vote and
Yeah.
whether some political force was behind it.
Can you imagine Trump put someone in there?
How would they do that though? Like if you're in the U.S. and you're trying to say they're trying to use this for political advantage, what do they do? Like they just call people in fucking Honduras and say,
yeah, say here's
come
10
north.
grand to all of you.
7,000 people.
Well, to like 30. And then they say, tell them we talked to someone and we're all going to get in. Just keep adding.
If that's the case, think about the first dude that
That's
got the call.
gnarly.
Think about the person that got the call from someone that works for Trump or something like that. That's like, hey, probably speaking Spanish, obviously.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, we want you guys
got
to march
100
north.
grand.
You guys
Get a bunch
all
of
of your
people, I'll give them a
families.
grand,
Or they probably fucking lied to them and are like, hey, we're going to let all of you in. Like, everybody come. They're probably super nice on the phone. We're going to give you guys
That's insane. Can you imagine?
It's probably what happened. You think that...
Might be.
Dude, there's no way that they call them and they're like that straight up with them. Like, hey, we're going to give you like $5 grand. Like, we're using this to make it look like we need to do more with the wall. They're probably like, hey, we've thought about this a lot and we really want to let more people in. Like, they're probably coming at it from like the other side, where if it's like this is Trump's group, they're probably coming at being like, hey, this is so-and-so from Hillary's side, the Democrat side. Like, we really want more people up here. Like, come up and like, sense. Come up and we're going to let all of you guys in. It's going to cap off at 30,000. So just start growing, bring everyone,
Wow.
Right?
That's an idea.
And these guys might be like sitting there like, fuck, let's do it, man. The person sounds so nice on the phone. Like they're going to let us in.
This is wild.
Oh, it's sad if that's.
I'm almost saying we should go down in caravan with them, me and you. Yeah. And we'll do the walk through Mexico. We'll do walk for something.
But what's the agenda? What's the reason? What are we walking for? Are we agreeing with what they're doing? Because we got to know the stance of what they're doing.
Yeah, I gotta find out more. Maybe
I'm trying to see what this is saying.
Walk for the health of the walkers, because I admire a good walker, and all 7,000 of them, they're committed to a 1,700-mile walk. So I'd just say we go out there.
Dude, it says a lot of them are walking barefoot. Dude, that's crazy.
Jeez, man.
1,700
miles.
In the interviews along the journey, these migrants have said that they are fleeing widespread violence, poverty, and corruption. So they're leaving. Oh, someone's literally, quote, "We are going to the promised land."
Wow.
Look at them sleeping, man. Oh.
This is happening right now.
Yeah.
7,000 people are pitching up their tents or wherever they're sleeping tonight.
Think about an entire...
chilling on the road right now.
Think about an entire arena, like an entire lower bowl of fucking Staples Center, or a full arena of a college basketball or hockey or something like that. An entire full arena that many people is walking together. Dude, you know what I'm just thinking about? Think about if they do this for 100 days, think about it, when they're getting to the border, how much strength and how much they will like care for each other, or like how powerful they'll feel getting through all of that. They get to the border and something in America like doesn't let them in, or just something happens there. Dude, that is a recipe for disaster, because these guys are just...
They're going to draw out the energy of the universe and just...
Oh, man.
I don't know what they do, but you're right.
Dude, think about how much you care. Think about how, like, you know, how like
Oh,
deep it
I
felt for you walking.
so
Like
much
so much just
with
like
the people
raw
who supported
power.
me, with
Yeah. So much
connected
connection.
with the animals. It was surreal.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I finished.
And these guys are going double the length. And 7,000. Think about if you're walking with 7,000 people for for your life.
That's insane.
I'm
Insane.
honestly worried about that. Unless there's some other agenda that we don't know about, like this is supposed to happen for them, and then they're going to go here, and then they're not going to get through, or maybe they're not going to get through a couple countries. They get to Mexico, and Mexico doesn't let them in, or you know they send them back. Maybe that happens. But if they get through Mexico, and they start attracting more people in Mexico,
I think they will.
And they get to the border with say 10,000, which is a low ball.
Yeah.
10,000 people, dude. That is fucking crazy. And I honestly am like. Part of me is just like, fuck it, let them in. Like they just fucking trekked, man.
Yeah. I'm thinking they should build a new city and call it Caravan City.
Ooh,
like wherever they end up
in New Mexico or something
in
like that.
Mexico, because they're probably got such a bond.
Yeah.
And they create like an economy
like
around.
at the bottom of Texas.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I think that'd be the way to do it. Tell their stories.
It's really interesting.
What's up? What about did the $1 billion lottery thing did anyone win that yet? It's like the biggest lottery in history. It's at like 1.6 billion, I think. $1.6 billion.
Sorry, I was just trying to read this. Okay, wait. There's the lottery's at, what is it, $1 billion lottery?
Yeah, see if anyone won it, because last I heard, no one's won it yet. And so this thing is just growing.
$1.6 billion.
6 hours ago, so no one's won it yet.
When is it supposed to be?
I think it's supposed to be like now.
Dude, what do you do if you
And I think everyone's spending their money to buy this thing.
I'm gonna ask you a question. Here. You got 10 seconds to answer it. I'm gonna give you 10 seconds to answer it. Give me 1 second. Sorry, I gotta pause this video.
Never stop.
Whoa.
Chase.
Sorry, peeps. If one thing could happen to you, the best possible situation, the best possible thing ever could happen to you tomorrow, what would that be? You have 10 seconds.
I don't know. My relationships work out. I get 5 wave pools.
One thing.
Oh, man. I don't know. Just that I'd be happy in all my relationships, you know.
See, that's a great answer. Someone did a study. Over 75% of people answered that question saying they would win the lottery.
Oh, win the
lottery.
Yeah.
My answer would be and I was thinking about it, and I was like, if someone asked me that point blank, you should try this with people.
Yeah.
If one thing could happen to you tomorrow to change your life forever, what would be the best possible thing for one in 10 seconds?
That's a good one.
For me, the answer would be to be free of all worry forever.
Oh, yeah.
Because then it's like whatever happens, you're chilling because you're not worried about it. You're just loving life. Because with the lottery, dude, think about how much. Let's put ourselves in the situation of this dude right here that wins this. Wait, let's turn this.
Sing the story. Be committed to being there.
The Mega Millions lottery jackpot is at a record 1.6 billion. It would be the largest jackpot in U.S. history. The winning numbers drawn Friday. Oh, so it hasn't. So the number already got pulled. It's just they haven't found the winner. 2 tickets for Friday's drawing sold in the Chicago area matched 5 of the 6 numbers, making them both worth $1 million. Dude. The previous record jackpot was 656 million. Dude, so it literally over doubled.
This is crazy.
Think about this. Say you get that number. Say you come home and you look at your ticket and you look at the numbers and it's you and you won the $1.6 billion lottery. What are the amazing things that happen to you in the next 6 months, and what are the fucking terrible?
I mean, in 6 months, you could be in a bad place doing a bunch of blow because you're just partying. But do you think
whoever does this uses this to party?
I think it's a 50-50. I mean, I'd like to say if I got it, I'd build the sickest wave pool oasis resort and spa, out here in Palm Springs. I'd buy me a house, my mom a house. I'd give all my friends $100,000. I'd put $100 million into Bitcoin, maybe give $100 million to charity, and then still have like $500 million left, and then just
Which is crazy.
I'm not touching that for another 3 years till I get my head straight.
But
deal with all this.
The bad that I'm thinking of is like, you win that, and obviously it's super public. Everybody knows who wins. Da, da, da. How many people do you think start coming after you for shit that happened a long time ago? How many people do you think come after you saying,
I
like,
didn't think of that.
Hey, how much money you got to give me money, man? Remember when I helped you out with this? How many people do you think look at you differently? How many people do you think, like, your image is you're no longer Conrad Carr, the surfer. You're Conrad Carr that won the lottery. That's the guy that won the Powerball. So you're never the same.
Instantly.
You're never looked at as equal. You're never looked at as a person that's in community. You're always on another echelon of like, and it's not another level, like a pedestal that's like one that can be used as good. When someone says that's the person that won the lottery, no one is ever like, oh, that guy's probably a really good guy. It's like, that fucking guy like won the lottery, probably doesn't do shit with his life, just loves life. He fucking probably thinks all of us suck. Like, he's got more money. We get it. Fuck off, So everything changes.
I'd actually admire him because my grandpa won the lottery. He
Really?
won like basically the Powerball, the big one of that time. This was like 50 years ago, and he won like 1.6 million. Same
No
deal, but
way.
1.6 million.
That's it. I would love to hear like what
I think it was
his experience
1.2
was with it.
million actually, but yeah, he lived off that the rest of his life. So
There's
got to
be a lot of people
good
that
lucky blood.
Yeah, have you bought a ticket?
No, I should.
I'll buy a ticket with you.
Let's go buy a ticket.
Bro, there's got to be a lot of people that end up doing good with it. I mean, dude, think about you win 500 million, does even double that, but you win $500 million. You got to think like, even if you do a lot of selfish shit for yourself, like there's got to be a point where you're like, look, I got like 100 million left. Like, let me start giving this to some people that deserve it. Let me help out people.
Oh yeah, I would have so much fun with all my homeless friends. Oh, Jack.
You would build a city.
Oh, I'd get the sickest mansion for Jack.
Yeah.
If I won 1.6 billion, I would buy Jack probably one of the nicest houses in Malibu. And I'd like deck it out in all his favorite like cheap beers and all the stuff he likes.
He's like your son.
Yeah, he's
So sick. But really though, yeah, I think you could do a lot of good with it. I would try to do as much good with it as I could. Like, I mean, obviously you want to like take care of yourself, have stuff set aside for your family and but fuck, man. There's got to be a lot. Like, I wonder if there's stories about like, people that won the lottery. I'm sure there is. But you got to think there's a lot of downfall with that.
I think the main challenge for someone like me, I'm guessing for you too, would be just the finding that sense of accomplishment.
Motivation.
Because I think, we're both pretty proud of the things we do, like what we accomplish with hockey, my surfing, different things we do. I think that'd be the hard part. After that, it's like, yeah, but I can use the money and get there pretty quick.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking about, I thought you were talking about like, having a drive to do something because you might get paid for it. But
yeah, no, I think the drive would still be there. I think I would definitely start building my wave pools, but I would want to see big successes out of those wave pools, or I'd be like, I'm just some jackass who just bought a bunch of wave pools. That one's failed. This one's done nothing. I'd want them to be making money and to be giving back to the community where like kids from inner city are able to surf now. And
yeah,
if that all goes well, then I would feel like a success. But if not, it's like, even though I have all this money, I still feel like, I failed.
Right. It's fucking super interesting. I was trying to think of like what I would do if I literally won it. Like,
oh, I'd love to win.
I'd
be psyched.
Would I take like enough and put it in my account right now so that I'm like chilling out of financial worry, whatever, like free from financial worry, and then put all of the rest of it in like an account that I don't even look at, and I'm just like, I'm gonna keep living life this way. Maybe I increase stuff a little bit, get a better car, then my car breaks down, but like get stuff like that. But like just keep trying to like grind the way that I'm gonna enjoy what I'm doing and the process of it. Or do I go like, fuck it, I'm gonna use this all. I'm gonna use a lot of this. I'm gonna every place that I need to like grind, I'm gonna just pay for it.
I'd buy all the Bitcoins. Buy them all.
It's fucking interesting.
Mm-hmm.
The fucking $1.6 billion lottery. Already got picked.
With a
So if
B.
anybody is that's sitting there, me and Conrad included, that want to go get a ticket, too bad. Ticket's already picked, right? Isn't that what I was just saying? Whoa, man.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah. 1.6 billion. Where do lottery profits really go? What is the history? Why did the lottery get started?
I don't know. It's an interesting one.
Like, what the fuck is the lottery? Why is there a lottery? Where does this money come from? Is it just like everybody's money goes into like a pool, or is there automatically money that's already in it?
Oh, I think it's everyone's money.
So it's just.
I'm about to unbox the brand new.
Let's pause that bad boy. So is it just like they start off this jackpot at fucking $0, and everybody that puts their money in has a chance of winning it back? Or is it like someone puts in money initially into a pot and then everybody starts paying more and more, it goes up?
Yeah, I think everyone's money just goes into the pot.
Yeah. But what does it start at? Where does that money come from that it starts at?
What do you mean? Like if I pay $1 for my ticket, that goes into the pot?
Right, but like does it start at 0? Or are people paying, like the first person that buys a lottery ticket, is he buying a lottery ticket for a $0 jackpot?
Pretty much. Well,
Really?
No, I think they'll say like at least 1 million or whatever, and then wait till they get 1 million people. But how it started
okay,
was
yeah.
probably a little tricky. You got to get enough people to adopt it and get into it.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
You're right, bro.
I think once blockchain really takes over, I'll probably be more into the lottery because I think that'll make it more efficient and trustworthy.
Why?
Blockchain is like math solving, math problems instead of humans solving math problems. It's like perfect math solving math problems.
But what are the problems with the lottery?
I could see corruption. I could see weird stuff happening. I don't know. I just don't trust it fully.
Yeah.
I mean, I bet it's like, yeah, it's foolproof, but I still,
Oh,
once crypto takes over, I'm in.
Wait, I got one more thing to show you. Look at
I'll
this.
probably win it.
Look at this. Sam was showing me this.
What do we got here?
It's supposedly there's like a huge epidemic on fake butts in the U.S.
Yes. I don't think it's huge. I feel the pressure of social media, the fact that I have an image to keep up.
I've always had that booty, but I wanted more. It was this big thing where everybody was having butts.
The Kardashian family set a new beauty standard. That tiny little waist, the perky butt.
Sam was saying that it's like known internationally now that that fake butts are like a standard in America.
Buttock craze is going to become the permanent part of the American psyche.
Poor girls. So heavy.
Wait, listen.
I wanted to be famous. My name is Graciela Montes. I am 22 years old. I am a beauty influencer and an entrepreneur. I recently hit 500,000 followers, and that was a really, really good feeling. I started off by uploading makeup pictures.
This shit is so
I
crazy.
remember the first time that I got 5,000 likes, I was super excited. I go, what? Like, I'm popular.
I never knew 5,000 likes was the benchmark.
It allowed for a propagation of just people at home who don't have a career, aren't models, don't have connections in Hollywood, that became insta-famous because of their bodies. And with
I never knew this.
Craze, people would come in with like 6 or 7 screenshots of Instagram models and talking about what they like from each, as if it's a menu at McDonald's.
What?
So you come and you're like, I want this much cleavage. I want this type of boob. I want her butt,
Bro,
That is insane.
I knew that girls got like fake boobs.
I didn't
But,
know there was
dude,
a big butt thing.
Butt injections?
I've heard a few rumors, but most people are like, no, I don't think she did. Like girls that are like 17, I've been hearing.
Is fat trans. The most common way to do it is fat transfer to the buttocks. The way the Brazilian butt lift works is that you have to attain the fat. We can't borrow it from anywhere else. So we lipo areas that don't look good contour-wise, 360, and then add it to the buttock.
Whoa.
4,000. It says right here, $4,000 is the average cost for a butt injections.
Today, Dr. Schaefer and I.
Oh, now he's budget.
If I were getting a butt job, I'd only do it for like 50 grand. So I'd want the best one.
Yeah, I'm sure that some of these people get like the, you know, the knockoff. This is what I was thinking of the other day. Like, dude, you get hit up, like influencers get hit up so much on Instagram from places like saying, hey, we'd love you come and try our product, and you post about being here. I wonder if some girls are getting hit up from like doctor's offices saying, hey, we'd love to give you implants, like fake boobs, if you'll shout us out and like make some posts that you're doing it for us.
100%.
Dude, think about the risk that girl is taking. She's getting free tits for a post on Instagram.
Insane.
Like, the chances of that getting fucked up, like of the person not caring that much because they're doing it for free, yet you're like, yo, this is like a $10,000 offer. Like, I'm going to go and post for them and they're going to give me boobs.
Well, bro, I think it's the heaviest thing ever because you got to think, this is just me guessing, but like 10 years ago, I feel like a good boob job was like hard boobs. And now when you hug a girl and they're super hard, you're like, oh man, that poor girl, she got kind of a weird boob job. Her boobs are like hard as rock.
Right.
Like some are sort of hard, but they're still nice. But some, it's like it's hard as rock, and you're like, oh man, like that must be pretty tough, and it kind of feels weird, you know?
Right. I think that used to be like the thing.
That used to be normal.
Yeah.
And now it's like they do a better job. But you got to think, like if you're getting $1,000 job, like in 5 years or 10 years, that's probably going to be like, oh, wow, she got one of those jobs. That's so bad.
She got one of those influencer jobs because she posted for the doctor.
Yeah.
Dude,
who
that's
knows
crazy.
what kind of like diseases or crazy stuff could happen.
I mean, you see a lot of people that
so.
are getting like the skincare treatments and stuff like that,
Yeah.
like the, you know, the teeth whitening and stuff because they're posting for them. Dude, think about you post pictures of your tits, you've got some cleavage, and then you're like, yeah, I got this for free because they hit me up.
Jeez.
This is saying right here, the steep cost of Brazilian butt lifts has created a market for illegal butt injections, which cost as little as $300.
Whoa.
So people are literally getting these fake butts for $300.
What?
This specific person, he's like an urban legend in the game. This guy was not a medical professional. He was not a doctor. He was performing not implants, butt shot injections in hotel rooms. You couldn't get his phone number. You couldn't find him. You had to just catch up with him. And you had to trust him. Everybody is getting this gel, like hydrogel. I got my butt injected. I had one of the best bodies in the game. I have made it. I have arrived, honey. All from something that happened within an hour. I saw how society and how different people treated me. It's crazy. I've been the same girl singing the same songs.
Right.
And now,
dude,
I like that girl. She's like,
man,
that's insane. But it's so true. It's
how
like,
much of the bodies that people are seeing on social media are fucking fake? Oh, this is talking about the problems the complications of these ones.
It was in October of 2016. My second surgery was 3 months after that, I believe. My doctor botched me. I got a third BBL because he did leave my left butt cheek smaller than my right one. I got an infection in my back where I actually almost lost my life. I was having fevers every day of like 105.
I guess that
came to a point that I would sit down and I would just pass out.
A lot of these patients are not that educated about the long-term future. They're thinking, I need to get like my Instagram looking amazing. People who don't know how to do this procedure are having mortality and patients are dying.
This is saying the Brazilian butt lift is the most dangerous surgery possible right now.
If you don't know what you're doing and you're injecting in the wrong place because you're trying to make money and catch up with this craze, you don't have the expertise experience, you can cause that issue if you go too deep.
Oh. Dude, that's scary.
Wow.
That is fucking scary, man.
This is like a new drug epidemic. It's like, do
Yo,
some
look-
heroin, you feel great right now. Get a butt implant, you look great today, and then
Well,
a
think
week
about-
later you're gonna get a crazy disease and your
Dude,
back's gonna swell
We've
up.
talked about this before about like what was it that we were talking about on Instagram? Comparison. About how big comparison is in people's lives looking on Instagram and that kind of stuff. And if you're a girl and people are selling their body, like you're literally selling your body, like, you know, you're posting pictures of your body and you're getting famous for your body, that kind of stuff, and it's some way that you can do it. It's not prostitution, you know, you're not like actually hooking up with anybody, you're having sex with the people, but you're just posting pictures of you in scandalous clothing.
Yeah.
And girls are making money from it. So then other girls are seeing it and they're like, oh, if I only had that butt, I could post more pictures of my butt. Oh, if I only had those boobs, I could post more pictures of my boobs. And they make money and
Yeah,
find
well,
guys and all that.
investment,
Yeah, and it's literally like a fucking drug. It's literally like it's an epidemic that it's like. And I'm sure there's a parallel for guys too. Maybe it's cars and that kind of shit with social media, cars, girls, that kind of thing. But like, fucking, this is where social media has led us. It said at the beginning that like this epidemic was almost single-handedly caused because of the Kardashians.
Wow.
Black market butt injections can cause serious black market butt injections. I can't believe that's a fucking thing.
Can cause serious injury or death, it says.
Man, Sam was saying to me that like guys probably don't understand a fourth of how many girls actually have work done. Because like I
Really?
look at a girl and I'm like, you know, I can't really tell unless it's like really aggressive if they have like work done and stuff. Unless I knew them before, like if I knew somebody and they had like a big nose and they got a nose job, it's like, okay, I could notice that because I knew you before. But if I didn't know them prior and I look at someone, I'm really bad at telling like, hey,
I'm like
that
you.
girl's got a nose job, or oh, that girl has cheek or lip or whatever shit done. Whereas like Sam was like, you and Sam and other girls that like her friends and stuff that have been over here, like, dude, guys have no fucking clue. Like, how many girls on Instagram, on social media have work done? A lot of it.
And I mean, I'll be real. I don't want to like get anyone to go out and do a job, but I'm the same. Like I've met girls and seen girls. I remember with my brother a long time. I'm like, wow, that girl's like the prettiest girl ever. Like, look at that. That's the prettiest face. And he was like, bro, like that's the most plastic face I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I was like, really? He's like, yeah. I'm like, whoa. Some look great, and then others, you're like, you can tell. You're like,
Right.
oh, man. It's usually when they're older. But that's the scary thing. I heard if you get too much work done when you're young, in like 5 years, all of a sudden, you're like a distorted monster.
Right.
So it's just,
Oh, that's scary.
I think my
Unless you get
theory,
more, what do you just get more work done then to solve that?
yeah,
Just keep getting work. I mean, dude, perfect example is think about, like we were just saying, Kylie Jenner. Like,
yeah.
she looked totally different when she was younger. What do you do when you're 30? Just keep
man.
getting more work done?
I don't know. That's crazy. I've also heard a theory where you should start getting your Botox young. Like someone was telling me you should start getting your eyes going.
And
Huh.
what's the reason for that?
Because then when you get older, you might, it starts to ease in of like, I don't know, molding your
I don't even know what that
away.
stuff. I don't even know what any of that stuff does. Like, what the
Like
fuck
you
does
get these
Botox
wrinkles,
do?
like out.
Just takes your wrinkles away.
I think.
But what's wrong with some fucking wrinkles? Like, I don't even know. You don't
just
even. You
look
got no
older.
wrinkles
You look
on your
older.
face,
Well, I get these ones now, you know.
bro. You get them when you squint your eyes.
Right?
That's what's supposed to happen. It's your skin.
It looks good. Right? No.
Right.
I mean,
Maybe when you get older, you're like, oh, wrinkles. Oh, you know. I'm not against people doing stuff if it's what you want to do. If you feel like you look better, cool, go for it. But it is absolutely hysterical that butt injections are an epidemic in America.
yeah.
Like, it is crazy.
Yeah. I mean, my opinion would be pretty much usually don't need it. Like natural's always better. Like
Right.
I like small boobs, big boobs. I honestly, this is my honest 100% opinion. The only thing I don't like is when they're really hard. I just don't like when they're super hard.
Like super fake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'll still like, well, it's still great. Boobs a boob. Boobs are always great. But even real small ones, I don't mind. You know, I like those too.
What do you think about like
I
face
think maybe
face plastic
if
surgery?
you have a real big nose, maybe if you really want a nose job, you get it. I've thought about it. I'm like, I got a big nose. Maybe I'll get my nose done a little bit. But
You
I mean,
don't have a big
I
nose.
don't think in reality I'd ever get a nose job. Or
Yeah, I'd
something,
be.
you know what I mean?
I
It'd be
thought
weird.
about getting my nose fixed because it's been broken so many fucking
Yeah,
times. It's like
I got mine messed up in Nicaragua one time, so it kind of bumps out on one side.
Bro, what if there was like a parallel where guys were getting just as much work done, like getting like their dicks done?
I mean, there probably is. Guys are probably doing like their jaw and their nose and their
What do you do with your
balls
jaw
or something.
What the fuck do you do with your jaw?
I don't know. Make it more like
Pointy?
square. I don't know. I think some guys are doing jaws.
Really?
I don't know. I'm just guessing.
What else do guys do? Is there a way to like make you look jacked without doing shit?
Yeah, guys do steroids, but
Yeah,
it's not as big a
But
deal.
steroids,
because-
you still got to put the work in. You still got to work
Yeah,
out.
But girls even say like, "Oh, we like the dad bod too. We like this."
Right.
You know? It's like it's tough because it's not like a lot of guys are saying like, "Oh, I like a big, chubby girl with no butt." They're not saying that. So I get where they're coming from, going for
Dude,
this stuff.
just
It's
fucking just work out.
Yeah, when
all
you
the
work
Instagram
out,
girls that are out there trying to get fake butts, just fucking put in
just work out.
2
yeah.
months. Put in 2 months of working out hard, eating right, and that fucking butt will grow itself. You don't even get any injections, get that fake like silicone shit put in.
Because I
whatever.
bet you can feel it. I've
plastic
never
shit.
noticed, but I bet if once you feel it, you're like, oh.
I saw a picture, or I don't know if it was a YouTube video, like maybe a year or so ago, where it was literally a girl and she was like moving the injection in her butt, and it literally flipped, and it was like a pancake.
Oh no,
Dude, I gotta see if I can find this.
Because seriously, for
It was
everyone out there, I would say,
disgusting.
in my opinion, natural is always amazing because there's always a guy or a girl, and if you're doing it for yourself, which I know a lot of people are saying, yeah, that's great. But if you're doing it to please someone else, I'm telling you, I think most people are like me and they like natural. So you'll find your match who's going to like you naturally.
Look at this. This is it. Bro. This is what the implant looked like. It literally looks like a pancake on the other side. It's like
That's so intense.
it's like a moon on one side and then it's flat on the other, like an implant. Like
Wow.
And you literally put it on the back of her butt, and she could literally flip it so that the flat side was facing out.
That's so insane.
Bo, if you can see this pic, if you can put this picture up over, dude, the people gotta see it. That is, oh man.
Jeez.
I mean, I
bro.
think they've come a long way from this. This is like an older picture, obviously. Let's
Yeah.
forget. But dude,
Just go organic,
scared-
people. Go organic.
I'm scared of doing anything like that to my body.
Non-GMO. No Monsanto.
Gluten free.
Gluten-free. Just natural.
Yeah.
Like I think honestly, the saddest thing and is like when you see all these people who are doing these surgeries and stuff, and then they just drink all day long, all night, they're partying, doing drugs, and it's like that is what is making your body not pretty,
Right.
When you're partying too much, drinking for like 5 years, and
Well,
all
that's
of a sudden
probably
you're
what they're doing.
25.
They probably are like, I want to keep doing this. I don't want to let go of this lifestyle, but I
Yeah.
want to look good. So like, I got money.
Yeah, all that
Maybe just pay
alcohol
for
and
it.
drugs, it makes you look
Oh
and
yeah. it
eating
does.
super unhealthy.
Oh yeah, it does.
It really messes you
The
up.
way you look when you're hungover, you're just like, ugh.
You're like a zombie inside and out. Yeah.
You ever see like one of your friends who's been like,
On a
partying,
bender.
on a bender for like a week?
Yeah, you can just tell.
You're just like, dude, you're a mess.
Yeah,
Like that stuff is taking a toll on your body.
totally does. So I think part of the world's heading in the right direction. Part of it's not. And
With what?
I think part of the half the people are like partying, getting crazy implants, doing the craziest face tune they can to get the best Instagram.
Oh, that's another one.
And then the other half.
That is
of
a
people,
fucking big one though.
Oh, Facetune is wild.
Dude,
Wild.
do you know there's this is another this I find all this shit out from Sam because it's actually not just Sam, from some of Sam's friends, some girls that I know
Yeah,
from
I've
Arizona.
seen these.
Dude, did you know there's like an app to Facetune your whole body?
Oh yeah.
Like straight up like change
Oh,
everything.
yeah.
Dude, that is and
Like
it does
your
it like
waist,
legit.
and it looks amazing.
It does it like legit, like where it changes the picture so that the picture in the background, because you see the bad Facetunes where people change it and it looks like the mirror's like a fucking swirl. You're like, come on. But like these apps like literally change it and it edits the whole background so that it looks the exact same.
It's crazy.
And face like on your like people's face, and you do it in person I don't see a guy. I don't know how many guys really like Facetune themselves, but
No, I don't think so.
you see it in person where you like see a girl on Instagram and you're like, dude, that girl might be like the prettiest girl ever, and then you see her in person, you're like, what the fuck happened there? What? How many filters is that picture going through?
Man.
Like, what? You look completely different in person.
Yeah.
Like you look like a
Completely different.
You look like a 12 out of 10 on Instagram, and you look like a 4.5 that's been through a fucking ringer in person.
It's that's probably the gnarliest one.
Yeah.
Because think about what that does to your psyche. Like, you gotta know, like, man, I'm putting out this image that I'm the best looking thing on earth, and in real life, I'm about a 4. You know?
So true.
It's like,
So true. And then think about the
Yeah.
standard that you have to try to hold yourself to.
you can't go out. You can't do this.
Or
with those
yeah,
or them,
you
or
can't
you
go out
gotta-
without makeup. Can't go out unless you're like looking in the, you're looking great. And
Yeah.
every picture that you take of yourself that's unedited, you probably hate.
Oh.
Every picture that you take in the mirror, your family takes a picture of you.
You're like,
You're
you
in-
can't post that.
You can't post that. You can't post that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a tough fucking life to live.
It's intense.
And the reality is it probably happens to a lot of people.
Happens
There's
to a lot.
Probably a lot of people
I don't blame them. It's this Instagram wave came up so fast, and the Kardashian wave and all this stuff.
Yeah.
It just hit some people who are like, either wanting attention or insecure, and just started going down like, oh, I can Facetune and look good and get some more likes.
How many people do you think probably
It's like-
do the Facetune or the body Facetune? And then once they see people liking the pictures of them doing the body or Facetune, then start to think about doing it permanently and going to a doctor to get that work done. That's probably how it happens.
That's interesting. Yeah. I
Like,
haven't
oh
thought
man,
about that.
look at how big my butt looks in this picture when I edited it. I'm getting 90 times the likes that I got on my old pictures when I had no butt.
Yeah.
I'm just going to take this in. The doctor was just saying that the majority of people that come in bring pictures off of Instagram, like a menu from McDonald's, and point at them like, this is the butt I want, this is the face I want, this is the nose I want, that kind of thing. You got to think like you're probably going in with these Facetune pictures and being like, so this is what I look like when I have a good nose and good cheeks, and can you do this to me? Fuck, that's crazy shit.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Instagram has just done this. Like I said before, it's a tool. It's a hammer.
It's a wild
you can
ride.
build a house, or you can break down a desk or stomp your foot.
Yeah, Instagram is like a free stage where everyone's like, all right, here, I got to go stand on stage today.
Yeah.
I got to, but I can use Facetune to look like this, or I can go get surgery and look like this and
Yeah.
just crush it.
I can put out my highlight reel so people like me.
Yeah.
I can make myself look better. I don't really look that good in that picture. Why don't I just throw it through 4 apps and then now it looks good? I'm okay with that. You can post it.
Everyone's going after it. It's wild out there.
Yeah, that's tough.
Stay safe.
Yeah,
Stay up.
safe. And please subscribe.
Subscribe to the boys.
Subscribe to the boys. A quick, hot hour and 20.
Maybe me, you, and Jack go. Your teeth are pretty damn white, but maybe me and Jack go get our teeth whitened together, all the boys. You know what I'm saying?
Jack's gonna need some new ones.
Yeah, Jack. Well, I'm hoping, first season is all about Jack getting his teeth all done. And then by the end, he's got nice, full.
He'd
full
probably
row
look
of teeth.
legit with some.
Oh, he's gonna look too good. I'm like, Jack, easy,
You can't
cowboy.
let him shave his head with a bic though.
Yeah, it looked bad. He needs some hair. He looks great. He's got
Look
a
good
full
with
head of hair.
sick beard, and maybe trim it up. He'd look like a badass.
Yeah, he'd look great.
Yeah.
Like a nice trim beard, bit longer than this. Maybe like half an inch.
I wonder if we actually got him some kind of work, if he actually could hold a job.
Yeah, I think as long as he's free to kind of be him. That's why I'm thinking photographer. Shoot the surfers at First Point. Get their shots. Charge them $10. You want your clips? $10, $20. Oh, you got the wave of your life, did you? That's gonna be $200. Hustle them.
Whoa.
Wild.
You don't think he just gets the camera and just goes, peace, I'm gonna go sell this?
Sells it for some meth blow.
Quicker money than waiting for 40 people to $10 each.
Yeah.
$400 camera.
Chase gave him $16 the other day. He
Uh-huh.
beelined it to a gas station.
Really?
Oh yeah.
do
he was
what?
just- I don't know what he was buying, but he was out. I've never seen Jack take off so quick.
Yeah, that's what Chase said. He literally sprinted away.
It was awesome.
He's a character. I can't wait to
Jack,
see what
all
plays out of
right,
him.
see you later.
Jack.
Jack,
Check
the
that
king.
out. Everybody, if you're listening, please send us a message, subscribe, come check us out, come say what up. If you want to hop in the booth with us. You know what I was thinking the other day? We should
Yeah.
start doing.
Let's do it right now. Give us your most interesting paragraph about what we're going to talk about with you on the podcast.
What do you mean?
Let's send this out right now to the listeners. So message us like, yo, my name's Joe, and I think it'd be cool if I'm on your podcast because I'm a really sick basketball player, and then, you know, I cook, you know. Or,
Bro, I got like 80 of those messages when I asked people if I just because I was gonna start doing.
well, we
them
need
randomly.
something really, really cool. You know what I mean? Send us a unique.
This is what I was just saying though. We should start calling because we can plug in a phone right here, our phone, and then it'll go through here where we can hear them through our headphones and then talk to them through the microphone. We should start just calling people.
at the end for comments and questions.
No. I mean, like doing interviews with people over this that we don't have to have a person come in here.
Oh, that'd be great.
You know, like guests.
Yeah.
We sit here, we call them on here, and it goes through, and it's just audio. They can't see the guests; they can only hear us or see us, but they can hear them.
Yeah.
You know,
I like that, JT.
right? Get some people that are out of state.
Yeah. We should get some winners. Whoever's listening, whoever's interesting.
As we
You're
turn
all
to the
interesting.
camera.
Tell
Anybody
us
that
what
wants
you
to get
got.
in.
Find that fire. Send it our way. Let's get you on the show.
All right, that's it.
Let's spread that fire.
Love you, people.
Let's light up the world with your fire.
All right, peace. Now Conrad wants to go on a little monologue here. He said,
Let me take the mic here for like
here, go ahead.
3 to 12 minutes.
I'm nervous.
So basically, I've been thinking a bit about what we've been talking about. We've been talking about this huge migrant caravan coming up from Honduras to the States. We've been talking about butt implants. We've been talking about some different things. And basically what I'm trying to categorize it in is where you stand in history. You know, if you look 50 years ago, were you on the right side of history, the wrong side with like slavery or something or civil rights? You wanted to be on the right side, the progressive side. You wanted to be helping equality, loving people, doing good. And so now it's like I feel like issues are a little different. Not to say those are like social issues, but today it's like image issues or like, you know, new things like the jewel. And it's like, where are you on these different things? And you got to think like some standpoints it's like you want to make money, like the jewel, you know, in 10 to 20 years it might come out that it's, you know, going to kill people dead on the spot. If you did the jewel,
Nice.
20 years later, you're dead.
I'm dead.
20 years from your first jewel hit, you die. No one knows. It could happen. But if you're on the right side of that or the greedy side, Jewel made so much money. All the Jewel investors just crushed it. And so you got to think butt implants, the people who are, you know, handing those out, they're probably making bank. But then the people who are getting them, they're probably the ones who are getting cheap ones. They're probably screwed. They're probably, you know,
Dude,
we
for
saw in that
sure.
video a week or two later, they get all messed up.
Oh, yeah.
Bitcoin, that's another good one. If you're on the right side of Bitcoin and you got in early, you made a ton of money. If you're on the wrong side and you were buying in December, like Sam's friend in here just a minute ago, she bought at 16K, lost a ton of money. And you got to think, I think 200 billion was wiped out from Bitcoin from when it was at its height. I think 150 billion. So that's 150 billion of mostly new money that just lost. And so I try to think of things as, where are you? Are you on the right side of history? Because so much is happening right now historically, like this image stuff, Kardashians, Instagram, the Jewel. There's new things every month that are just
But haven't there always
taking
been?
flight. I think there always has been, but now communication and accessibility, our
just we're
exposure is
explored, yeah,
100
exposed,
times
yeah.
more. We're overexposed now, and so it's 100 times more. Like Africa might not get something for a while, I feel like here we get things immediately. And so we're exposed to new things so quickly. And it's like we got to make good judgments pretty quick about, do I do it now or do I wait or do I make money from it or do I not do it from a moral standpoint? There's so much different things. But I guess we can go issue by issue.
So what are you getting at here?
I'm just
What
so
is the-
fired up right now. I came in so hot.
What did
What
you
were
want
you
me
just-
in here for?
What were you
Sam,
just,
what do you think of that?
What-
I just threw caution to the wind right there.
what were you just trying
I
to
just
get
fucked
to?
shit up.
It was
Was that
interesting.
Sam? Tell me about that. Was that sick?
Yeah, it was dope. What did
Just,
you,
I didn't know what you were. What was there a question involved?
No, there's no question. I didn't make any points.
you
I'm
just wanted a strong statement
I
to be
just
dropped.
wanted to. I heard this cool thing about being on the right side of history, and I was like, Will, I want to like throw that into my little monologue.
What
here.
is the right side of history?
I don't know.
Can you explain
Today
that?
you could argue that the pendulum's swinging too far this way, and now it's too progressive, and people are just gonna get weird, like talking about like
But isn't it subjective on right?
too politically
on
correct
the
and
right
this or that.
side or the wrong side? Isn't that subjective
I think
for
it's
everyone?
subjective, but when you look back, it's like civil rights. That's not really subjective. Like equality for all, that's not really subjective. It just felt like it at the time because blacks were considered less than humans. They were considered almost animals. But now it's like, no, we were just retarded. You know, that was dumb. Well, like, why we were thinking like that? So some things I think will get clear more down the road, but some right now are obviously vague. Like, you know, the jewel. What's up with the jewel? Or, you know, immigration.
jewel's great.
You know,
But what are you saying?
I want to hate on the jewel
Who's
because I don't
on the
do
right
jewel.
side of the
You can hate
jewel?
on
The
the jewel. I don't like
creator
it
or the
either.
user?
I don't know. Well, the creators made a bunch of money, but they might be the meanest morally, consciously. I don't
Yeah.
know. But
So are they? I'm sorry, are they on the right side or are they on the wrong side?
I mean, they made the most money, but
So who's on the wrong side of the butt implants?
I don't know. Maybe the Kardashians, maybe
so everyone that's
Mark
making
Zuckerberg?
money.
I don't know. I'm just
Yeah.
fired up over here.
I love
Yeah, that's
it.
cool, man.
Yeah,
I
I'm
appreciate
firing.
you.
I'm coming in hot.
It wasn't the most like concise way of navigating it, but it was sick.
It's really sick.
Dude, you came out like a barreled shotgun.
Yeah. Dude, when's Jack getting in here? I
Oh,
just
we're
see
getting
Jack
Jack in
right
here
next to
real
Conrad.
No, okay. We'll hit it with a question. So, what do you think, Sam? We've been talking about this from a male standpoint, but you're a girl and you kill it on Instagram. And what's your thoughts?
What exactly are my thoughts on what?
What are your
though?
thoughts on butt implants?
Oh. Like the video of the injections and stuff?
Yeah, like what are your thoughts on like girls getting butt implants? Like if someone comes to you and says I want to get butt implants, or
Yeah.
But that's
Or
what I
you-
mean. Here, let me paint it too. You said this earlier. It's like a boob job is almost normal now. Maybe in 5 years, a butt job will be normal too, or maybe it won't. What do
I
you
think it's already pretty normal
It is?
nowadays. Yeah, for sure. Like, girls saying I have butt injections, it's pretty normal. And I think the crazy thing is no one really knows the difference.
that's what I was saying to him. Is
Really?
that most
Yeah.
people don't
It's like
know any of the stuff that's different.
I would say, I would say most, probably guys, but I think girls know better. But a lot of the guys will be like, she just looks so natural and so good. And we could completely tell that there's a lot of stuff being done there.
How you really?
Yeah.
That's
I don't
exactly what I
notice
was saying.
any butts.
That's what I was saying too. But
You
I
said
don't know.
what?
You don't
I don't
notice.
notice any butt.
But
like,
you also
I'm like,
don't
oh,
notice
that's
a lot
fake
of.
butt.
You also
I've
don't
never
notice a lot
noticed.
of cheeks or lips or.
Yeah, there's
you know,
there's a lot.
that kind of
I don't
shit.
notice any lips.
I don't notice any of that
cheeks.
either.
Yeah.
And Sam notices a lot of it.
Yeah. I'm a
I
girl.
noticed the
Most
so-
girls-
nose here
most
and there.
girls
I'm like,
notice a
oh,
lot of
her
it,
nose
though.
was gnarly before.
But that's like if it's a big. That's like a big thing though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like a dude dyeing his hair.
Yeah. I think
You notice that
I think
shit.
the hard part with the injections thing is that it's like what do I want to say about this topic? The injections are hard because girls want to be something and they'd rather not work for it. Like butt is something you can work for. Butt is something you can grow. And they also have this vision of these girls who have massive butts and they probably have not gotten them the right way. So it's sad because you
brutal.
can do it in a healthy way. Boobs you can't grow yourself. You can't do a workout to make your boobs grow. I've tried, so I'm just kidding, but really you can't do it. But your butt, you can 100% make your butt grow in the most healthy way possible and feel good about it. But, when you're saying I want my butt to look like hers and I have to do it through the injection way, you're just going to keep trying to change everything about yourself because there's a
Right.
million things you can change. So, and nowadays it's way easier that it's kind of sad. You kind of can get addicted to it and be like, oh, why wouldn't I want to change this and this and this?
Yeah,
if
never
you can,
satisfied.
If you can get a huge butt,
Because of those videos we saw, the aftermath, something goes wrong in 5 years. That's so crazy.
Yeah, it's
like
pretty
that
crazy.
is so heavy.
And I think it's heavy too that girls think that. I mean, my sister, when she was in high school, telling me that guys wanted her to have a big butt because that's what they saw on Instagram. So it's like it's a hard thing to be like that is.
They'd actually
is
say
the good
that to
thing.
her, like, why you get big butt or big
Or just the
butt
girls with the big butts, they would give the
I think they
attention
could probably
to.
speak.
How about your big butt?
Yeah. But for
What
sure,
happened
though,
right there? Yeah.
For sure, though, like if from a girl standpoint, guys see all of like the fake. That's what we were talking about Facetune. It becomes the standard. Like, oh, you got to look that good.
There's a Facetune where you can make your legs longer.
This is what I said to him. There's a body Facetune.
It is. It's
They're just
pretty
saying.
crazy the extreme it can go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That blows my mind.
Yeah.
But then I was saying, like, if you're doing Facetune all the time as a girl, I mean, or as a guy, you're doing Facetune.
Let's Facetune Condor and get me jacked.
But look, say you're doing Facetune, and then and every picture you post is now Facetune, and you look amazing. Like when you take a picture of yourself in your phone, do you automatically hate that picture? Or you automatically like, fuck, I cannot post that.
Go to Facetune.
Yeah, I cannot post that picture.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You're spiraling. You're spiraling out of reality and into Facetune.
Yeah. I think the hard thing about it too, though, is girls get a lot of attention for the surgery. You know, a lot of girls, like you saw, that one girl has so many followers, and she, like, a lot of it's for her body.
Oh,
so
totally.
it's like, why wouldn't they want to keep doing it?
The most famous family in America.
There we go.
They're all tuned up. They're tuned physically up, not face tuned.
They probably started that way with Facetune and then body tune, and then they were like, I look really good like this. Like, Doc, Mom, how much can I pay for this for a permanent?
But the thing is, those Kardashians, they had the best work done. You know,
obviously,
it's like hundreds of thousands.
Which is also where girls are probably looking like, oh, they did it, and then they're like, I want to go. I'll go to my local doctor.
Job.
Yeah.
I'll get
a month later. They got diseases. The thing's flabbing down like 3 feet. It's
Mom,
like,
can I borrow $300 because I want to get some butt injections from a what did it was a black market ones.
What'd you say?
Oh, wow.
No, I meant I'm getting some butter beer at Harry Potter World.
Black market butt injections were going for $300.
$300 black butt market,
dude.
Bam, boom.
Yeah.
So the girl on the video was like, "Yeah, you know, I just went to some dude that like didn't have a phone number, didn't have a website, like he just was doing them in this hotel room."
Oh my gosh.
Like that is like red flag.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's a different world.
So what would you say of all maybe the demographic like in LA? In LA, how many of the girls like I see on Instagram have butt injections?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know who you're looking at.
Overall.
I don't know. Just girls in LA, Instagram or not. Like the girls you see out at like
just typical.
Rose Cafe.
I would say typically like girls, you know, that are models.
Girls in the scene.
Are legit models.
Scene, yeah.
I don't think that they're getting butt implants. They might be. Some of them might be getting. Some actually, I lied. Some are getting butt implants.
30%.
Yeah, I would say for the models are definitely. I don't think that they're getting. All of them are getting butt implants. I don't want to. I don't want to be. You know, say. I would say a lot of them are getting stuff done, but no one would really admit it.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's a hard thing where, you know, I saw, you know, for example, Bella Hadid just came out saying she has no work done. Literally did an article.
She has no work done?
No chance.
She says it's literally an article.
Face too? Everything.
Bro, look, have you seen this picture?
It's pretty crazy. And I love her. I think she's absolutely beautiful. And like, I love her.
In real life, she looks amazing.
Yeah, she's unreal.
She looks amazing.
But the before and after, I don't know her personally, obviously, is pretty insane to
Conrad,
be like.
Have you never seen this?
She's never had work
Bro,
done.
you cannot like this. You gotta call a spade. Like that. Like there's no way.
Yeah. The nose at least.
Bro, are you serious? The nose, lips.
What else? Oh,
the
lips,
cheeks.
Yeah.
I mean, we got some shit going on, but
how? How
I mean,
do people like?
Kylie
say,
Jenner
like,
at least admitted to her different.
Did she?
To her lips.
Condor.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And
Bella
Bella
Hadid
says,
before and after.
But Bella, I don't care. Her job is amazing. God
she looks unreal.
God bless that.
Yeah,
surgeon.
no, there's nothing wrong. I mean, like, we're not saying that these people like are bad people for doing this. It's a normal thing in society. But
I think that they should be honest about it, though. Honestly, because these girls want to, you know,
emulate them, copy them.
Yeah,
look like them.
They want to be like them, and so it's like the thing where they say, "Hey, I'm not doing it." It's kind of like,
bro,
you know.
Oh, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, "Hey, she didn't get any work done. Like, I can look like her."
Yeah. Or even
like
bodies.
I would like that's another point though. It's like she looks amazing, so you can't I would never hate on that. I would admire that. That's amazing. Yeah. But at the same time, like what Sam's saying, it's tough like to lie and be like, boom, I didn't, because then other girls would be like, oh, I'll never get there. Like,
totally.
She's naturally like that, It's like, but it's like she's got great genes either way. Her before picture, like She looked
Yeah, no matter
beautiful
what,
still,
she's Conrad.
Bella Hadid, just a winner overall.
She's great.
She's great.
She's a
great.
winner.
Yeah.
She's great. Definitely got a lot of work done, but she's great.
Yeah.
I'm calling her and Brandon Lee make magic sometime soon.
Really?
Just calling it out here on the show,
You
yeah.
think so?
Yeah.
Wow.
My gut tells me things. And
She doesn't have a boyfriend or anything?
The Weeknd, some guy.
She's dating the Weeknd?
I don't know, something like that.
The Weeknd, some guy. Bro, I mean, like that. There's just no way that's not no work done. There's no way.
Yeah. And she, like you said, she looks beautiful. I'm all for if you want to, enhance some things, but it's the hard part where these girls look up to her and they want to.
The way I think about butt implants is like the way that I was just saying, like boob implants. Like 10 years ago, no girl would admit they got implants.
Yeah.
Now it's like every girl's like, yeah, I got implants. Cool.
Yeah.
I think like butt implants will be the same. 5
Yeah,
years.
you're right. It might.
Yeah, I got butt implants. Cool.
Yeah.
What about shooting the dong up? What do you
This
think?
is what I was saying.
Damn.
I wonder if it switches ever to where guys get on board. They're like, look, girls are making themselves look better for just a little bit of money.
But the dong, I wonder if that'll mess you up. I feel like that's gotta mess you
There's
up.
got to be. Yeah, that sounds dangerous.
What do
Like
we
a
even
butt,
call
it's
it?
Because you're like
adding on.
using
What do you add
that.
on to the hammer at the end, the freaking knob. That's so crazy.
What do you
Like,
call what dick
Enhancer.
enhancement surgery? Oh, this might be some gnarly pictures.
I know you're in images.
Is this penis enlargement surgery?
Wow.
Bro, you think people are actually doing that?
Probably.
Whoa, man.
It's visually not okay.
Well, look at that.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Whoa. How does that even work
Jeez.
though? They just like sew on an extra like part of your dick?
Don't Google this. This is a rough one.
Yeah, this is why you
That's
don't
a
need to Google.
lot.
But okay, this is the same thing. Like you got to think 30 years ago, like
Yeah.
long time ago, boobs. Anybody saying like, "Oh, don't get your boobs done. That's so scary." Like no one does that. That's so dangerous. What even do? They put like a fake thing in your chest. Like don't do it. Now it's like so normal that everybody does it. What if this starts? Some guy gets his dick
I
enlarged,
could totally see this
and
happening.
then it's like, oh shit, like
Super
so and so
easy.
did it like a long time ago, and it worked for him. Like maybe now
It's easy, yeah.
then a famous person comes out and does it, and they're like, "Whoa, this guy has like the biggest dick
the only
ever."
thing is,
The perfect hammer.
how are you gonna know that they have a penis enlargement? That's the thing. Butts you can see. How are you gonna know?
Tits?
That
How do you know about tits?
you can tell. You can see them.
She's
I mean,
got
maybe
a point.
maybe the guy
yeah.
just starts wearing like shorts
You
that are
can't
really
even see
tight.
Dylan Lee's, you know?
Maybe you just start.
8 feet tall. It's like beast.
Maybe you
Yeah.
just wear shorts that are like really tight. This dude's just like got a third arm,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then people are like, "What happened?"
Yeah.
He comes out one day. He's like, "Look, I'm not gonna lie. I went to this doctor.
Yeah.
My dick's perfect." You're gonna tell me that younger guys aren't gonna be like, "Shit, like maybe
Oh,
I look
yeah,
into
they're going
that."
to go after it.
That'll be something
I-
that could fucking
They're
catch
gonna
I
on.
know a
Being
girl.
proud in the
I know a
stalls.
girl that went to the doctor the other day. The doctor said, "Hey, I can fix your vagina." She wanted to fix it.
Like make it tighter or
She
cut
wanted to
the
make
lasagna.
her prettier.
Oh, yeah. It was a big meat
And I was
hog.
like, it is just everything.
Oh, man.
Make everything look perfect.
Oh.
Probably out here is where it's at. Everything it needs to look great.
So when you have a kid, if you get all this plastic surgery done and you have a kid, does it alter your DNA in some way so that like the new stuff that you look like is it looks? This is a serious question. This is a serious question.
I agree.
When you get plastic surgery done, you get a nose job, you get whatever, all that. Does your DNA alter so that is when you get pregnant? That is the genes that you're giving your baby, or is it the genes that you
No.
started with?
I'm gonna answer yes.
Are you? How do you know? How do you know? No.
I'm gonna say yes.
Wait, how would that happen? Just
Because
if a girl got implants, it doesn't mean her child, the girl, is going to be able to have bigger boobs.
Not
See,
implants,
no,
because
because-
that's putting something else in you, but like
So what are you
reducing your nose or something
from
like that.
from an evolutionary standpoint,
Right. Yeah.
you get into a whole new echelon of I'm super hot now, I'm the better species, and then your DNA and genes start to think you're better because
I'm looking this up.
I think evolutionary wise, I'm just going out on the whim, is we used to just be all about how to survive, but now it's all about how to survive psychologically in this world. That's where our genes are trying to do. And so once you look good, then your genes believe it. It's a little fake it till you make it with your genes, and then your
Kind
kids
of
are
like
like,
that.
we're going to stick with the nose job version of you, the boob job version of you. But I think very incrementally, like the kid, maybe a tiny bit more so.
What is it saying?
Okay, so it's an absolute no.
No, they're wrong.
Listen,
they're wrong. Trust me.
I mean, that's what
Plastic surgery does not change the DNA of it, but it's a good question though. Not a bad question.
My answer was correct.
The answer is an absolute 0. Listen to this. Listen to what this person says. Plastic surgery does not change the DNA of the cells, not even the cells in the places that are operated on. And then listen to this. To make this easier to understand, I'll use an example. Imagine if you have a tree with beautiful red apples. Now you pick one of these red apples and paint it purple. Will the apples that come next year be purple or red? The relationship.
He's going too far. That's a little out.
No,
that's
but
what do you mean?
It makes sense though.
No,
I mean,
he's wrong.
when you do,
But let me see more of these.
it's DNA.
that analogy was a little off. Because how do you have someone move from a state to a different country and then their genetics somehow a few generations later they change and they adapt to that part of the world? How do you explain that?
Wait,
what do you mean? Say it again.
Like if you move to Hawaii, you start looking more Hawaiian. Your kids are gonna look Hawaiian. You're gonna start getting Hawaiian looking. I'm telling you.
But that's different still. That'd be like your
It's
hair, like being
But
out in
that's
the
not.
sun.
That's also
or
not
like,
plastic. That's also not plastic surgery though.
Yeah.
But
So,
that's
like,
what I mean.
So that I agree
That's a
with.
physical change in your environment. This is a physical change in your environment, and I think
No, 'cause it's not.
incrementally. Yeah, because you chop the nose off, some of those genes are gone. Those big nose genes.
But
are
I don't know
gone.
if your DNA.
They're not there
I don't know if
anymore.
your DNA
So
in that.
it's like,
I don't know if your.
Yo, we don't have the big nose genes that are up there.
But I don't know if your DNA in that is like recognizing that you're missing part of that nose, you know?
Oh, it
Whereas
is.
like if you move to Hawaii or you move somewhere and say your hair color changes, that is because your DNA has shifted.
It's more than that. It's like you become a moke. You turn full Hawaiian.
Right, you change.
Hey, barakain.
But this is like saying like cutting a nose shorter is no different than cutting like somebody's foreskin off of their dick. And if that were to be the case, then every single Jewish person that got circumcised, their kid would be circumcised.
That's a very good example.
I'm saying over years. I'm talking over like generations and generations. I think it could.
Yeah.
Because your genes are faking it till you make it with how hot you are.
This says
That's
cosmetic surgery does not affect your DNA. It only physically alters or adds to the tissue grown. A child is a child is likely to inherit breast implants, but it says
You guys, when you hear
But
that,
it
it
says
sounds
no.
ridiculous.
no.
No,
Yeah,
I
no.
probably
The
don't
boobs
believe
one,
what
I was like,
said.
okay, no chance. The injection one, no chance. But I was talking about like a nose job, or like I don't fucking know.
Because it comes from deeper when you think about it. Say I wanted to be shorter and I like got surgery to be shorter, but my DNA came from my parents, right? That were like 7 feet tall.
Your parents are 17 feet tall?
Yeah, you didn't know?
No, but I know what you mean. And
Like it's not like because I, asked to be shorter that my kid's not gonna be shorter.
Okay, but when I asked that question, did it not sound like a smart question? Because it's a pretty smart question when I asked it.
Honestly,
My answer was correct.
I never felt it.
Truth.
She never felt that. All right, Sam, give us one thing that you're absolutely optimistic or pumped or really
You're so passionate. About
really loving in the world right now.
Oh. That was like, wow. I'm really passionate about right now.
It doesn't even have to be passionate about it. Just something that you like in the
Be
world.
like
Something
Takai
you've seen.
Organica.
Something that's cool that you love. That's great. Something you're loving right now.
I think that I love like community and friendship. Like I just worked out with like 2 girls and we like talked forever and like just bonding with people of, life and like doing life together. It's just 100 times better. So I would say I like community right now. Like I want to build my own community, like a Sami community where we all like talk about stuff and kind of what you guys are doing, but like bigger. I meant like more people in the room.
Bigger than the
Whoa.
Curious podcast?
I'm done. This is my
Whoa.
last time I'm coming on.
Whoa. Whoa.
I meant like more
What-
people.
We're getting a lot of hate from the viewers.
What if she said that
I'm
and then just
part-
dropped the mic and left? But bigger. Boom. Leaves. Never comes back.
Wow.
The Curious
Oh,
podcast shuts down.
gosh.
Viewers are gone.
All right. You know what I mean, though. You know what I mean.
The viewers are going wild right now. It's rampaging
Sorry.
the streets.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm part of the Curious community.
Yeah.
I'm such a supporter. So
Sam's a big supporter, and
Yeah.
we agree with what you're saying. We love it.
yeah,
Conrad's about to get a little snap here.
love that.
This has been great. We've been blessed. Look at this. Zoom in there. Getting a little zoom in.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh yeah. All right. Here we are, live out of here. Boom. For real this time. We're done. Curious.